Julio's not the same kind of body as you saw on his dad. Arm length advantage goes to Moraldo, measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. They both weighed in a few pounds over the 135-pound limit for the lightweight class. Tonight, Chavez is all the way up to 154 unofficially, and Moraldo's all the way up to 152. So they are lightweights who will enter the ring as junior middleweights to fight this fight. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Ryan Moraldo fight is scheduled for 6 rounds using the Unified Rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions that you see on your screen. Jim, real quick, the 4 criteria that the judges will use to score each individual round: clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense, with a strong emphasis on clean, effective punching.
Here's a look at Ryan Moraldo. As I mentioned, originates from Avon, Indiana. He's fought in Indiana. He's fought in Tennessee. He's fought in Oklahoma. He's fought in Wisconsin. He's fought in New York. He's fought in Ohio. He's fought in Pennsylvania. But he hasn't fought anywhere where real boxing fans might have had a chance to see him by and large.
Well, no matter what state he's fought in, Jim, he's lost 4 of his last 5.
So he is here. Quite frankly, Roy, he's a sacrificial lamb. When a fighter's in that position, he knows it, right?
Yeah, he pretty much knows it. Some fighters come in with the will to try to change that, but usually a guy like this realizes at this point in his career, he's just here to become a name on a guy's resume, and he's happy with that.
Ryan Moraldo someday knows that his name will appear on the record of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and if Chavez Jr. accomplishes anything even remotely close to what his father accomplished in the sport, that will be a record to be remembered. 10 of the last 11 victories by knockout. And you're thinking, okay, like his dad, he punishes people to the body and wears them down. Well, Larry, not exactly.
No, he's not a chip off the old block. He's more like a splinter. He's tall and thin. And fights like a taller, thinner guy. But he's only 19 years old, has an unblemished record so far, has a marquee name, can use it to get on cards like this. In fact, he is going to be going with his father to fight in what is supposed to be his father's farewell appearance in the next couple of months. But if that's successful, who knows? They might be barnstorming around the country.
And the reception for Chavez Jr. shows you he's about as celebrated as any 6-round fighter in the world. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, we go to a special 6-round contest. This is in the lightweight division. The 3 judges at ringside scoring will be Adelaide Bird, Bill Graham, and Jerry Roth. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Toby Gibson. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue with silver, official weight 138 pounds, professional record 19 victories including 5 knockouts, with 15 defeats and 1 draw. From Avon, Indiana, here is Ryan Moraldo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, trimmed with red. Official weight 139 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 16 bouts, 16 victories, including 11 knockouts. Damas y caballeros de Culiacán, Mexico, the undefeated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm letting both camps know I'm considering this a legal punch on both boxers. I've given your instructions prior to this fight in your respective dressing rooms. Any questions from the blue corner? Any questions from the red corner? Give me a clean fight, obey my commands. Good luck to both of you.
I wonder when Junior is going to have his first shave.
Probably sometime after his 20th knockout.
Yeah, a nice-looking young boy. Probably end up as a welterweight, though he's not deep-chested.
The bell that they use to start and end rounds here has broken off of its moorings. And right now, that was a handheld bell shot you heard to open round one. And it'll be interesting to see what adaptation can be made for the rest of the evening. And in the meantime, they get going in the middle of the ring, and you can see that Ryan Miraldo has an ace bandage on his right knee, which probably isn't a terribly good sign, but he's willing to throw and starts out hooking, if slowly, against Chavez.
Well, he want to go ahead and get off what he has to find out, can he knock Chavez out by mistake, you know, and if that doesn't happen, then we'll see what Chavez has.
Chavez standing and allowing Miraldo to throw around and near him. Miraldo hasn't really landed anything big, but has managed to stick a few punches into the rib cage and peck a little bit upstairs, and now Chavez starts to throw himself. If you're thinking to yourself, my gosh, Chavez Jr. looks like an awfully skinny kid in there, he's actually filled out a pretty good deal since the last time I saw him 9 months ago.
Well, the good thing for Miraldo is that he didn't come out here to lay down. He came out to show Chavez that if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to beat me.
Right. Absolutely right. He's here to fight.
Miraldo hasn't been hit with many clean punches, but already his face is turning red.
And Chavez got in a left hook to the body, which of course is probably the first thing his father taught him when he was about 3 days old.
Yeah.
Miraldo squinting at that left hook on the belt line.
Taught him that left hook with a rattle in his crib.
You would think so.
Arriba, arriba.
2 days ago, Thursday, the day we arrived here, was the 15th anniversary of Julio Cesar Chavez's victory over Meldrick Taylor in one of the most memorable fights we've ever covered. And now Julio Jr. gets in a solid left hook to the chin and a hard right hand and begins to do damage to Ryan Miraldo. Miraldo's a brave player, as Roy pointed out, and keeps on coming.
He's not running from nothing. He's trying to get his job done here.
Yeah, and Chavez has shown some nice patience, poise, hasn't rushed himself, just steadily getting into the fight.
Less than 20 seconds to go as the new bell to end the round has just now moved into place. Not a second to spare. Less than 10 seconds till we hear the new bell as the crowd chants Chavez, 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 and he backs Miraldo into the corner. Round one comes to a close.
Stretch your legs, Alex.
Watch this. 1988, 17 years ago. Guess who?
There's Junior with Senior. 17 years ago, when word of Chavez was just starting to creep into the big-time boxing awareness. He was originally a junior lightweight.
I believe he fought Edwin Rosario in 1988. I believe he fought Jose Luis Ramirez that year also. Some big fights. And in fact, that feature piece, I was just told by producer David Harmon, was shot for the fight against Jose Luis Ramirez. Round two. Chavez Jr. in the white trunks. Ryan Miraldo of Avon, Indiana in the blue and white.
He's still trying. He's taking some good shots from Chavez already. But Miraldo is still coming at him.
Our interpreter, Ray Torres, reporting that Chavez's handlers told him in the corner that he's going to knock Miraldo out in this round. But we imagine that Julio's probably going to try to get aggressive here.
Well, he has his dad's trademark left hook to the head, hook to the body. That's a very deadly shot. He's been landing on Moraldo already.
Keep him up.
His dad wasn't a huge puncher. He was just relentless.
Just
and
like,
he seemed never to lose any of his power from the beginning of round 1 till the end of round 12.
and that's what I like about Junior already. He seems to be relentless, and his punches will all be the same all the time.
The issue is going to be how well does he take a punch from a serious puncher. Nobody took a punch better than his father.
He got in a good shot on Moraldo's right hip on the side that Toby Gibson couldn't see. That's professional. And now Gibson is going to say
Get over that corner.
that was
Come here.
low.
Come here.